Hello, it's nice to have you back. In this today's tutorial, we'll be talking about rendering HTML files in Django, and we are here on openshare website where I've created a guide that I'll be following through. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so by the time you are watching this video, time you are on this website, this video will actually be available, but right now it's not available now. The first thing we want to do is set up our Django project. We set up our Django project. Alright, so I will head over to my folder. I have a private folder, and inside this folder we click on Django and create a new folder called render HTML. Render HTML like this. Inside this folder, and I will open a command prompt here. All right, let's check our guide. Now we have set up the command prompt, and the next thing we want to do is enter this code Django/admin start project and the name of the project. So we just copy it right here and head over here. All right, like this. Now paste it. Now the name of our project, we have to clear this. The name of our project should be HTML render. Let's change it to HTML render. HTML render like this. Now if you check our folder, we have successfully created a folder. So let's created the project, start a project called HTML render. The next thing we want to do is cd into HTML render. HTML render. Just make sure we are like this. Now we are in HTML render directory. Just to be sure we are in the right directory, let's check if this manage.py is here, and since this manage.py is here, we are good to go. Now we are inside the directory. We just have to create app. We have to start app. Let me just copy this. Now we say python manage.py. We are referring to this file manage.py. We are using this file to create a app for us, and the name of our app, we leave it as it is like this, my app. Then we click on enter. Now we can see the my app has been created successfully. My app has been created successfully. The next thing we want to do is we create a template directory. This is the in template directory. This is where we'll be saving our HTML files. This is where we'll be saving our HTML files, and this is the directory that Django will look when he want to render any HTML, any views to the page, to the website. So let's create HTML. Let's create templates folders. Just copy this, and to do that we have to enter into this my app folder. So just say my app like this. Now we are in my app folder, and what we want to do inside my app folder is make a directory which is mkdir. That is, make a directory, and the name of the directory we are creating is templates. So you can see, if you can see the templates right here. You can see the templates right there. We are good to go. Yes, we have the my app. Under my app we have templates. Now we want to create a HTML file. inside that inside the template, let me just clear this. All right, I mean, all right, let me clear this up. Now we want to create a, right now we are in my app, and inside my app folder we have template file, so we just have to cd into the template file like this. And yeah, and now we are in template file, we are in template folder, what we have to do is to create a new uh, a new file. Let me say we use touch, say touch, then index.html, this touch is not okay, this is not a git bash. All right, so I guess we have to do that manually. So yeah, for that, let's open up the folder in the Visual Studio Code. Now we are in the Visual Studio Code, and should see. Alright, sorry. Let's go back. CD. Okay. Let me just. Alright, CMD like this, and okay, we can now see our project. So inside the template we have to create a new file called index.html. You can just generate some simple HTML code for us, and you say page, and you start to say something like hello world, and say like that, my first page. All right, fine, close this. Now let's go back. We have successfully done this number 3, and the next thing we want to do is number 4, configure template setting. We have to configure the template setting. Now that we have created the template, we want to let Django knows that we have a template and we want to use that template, so that we won't run into any error when we are trying to render a template that Django doesn't understand, doesn't know the location of it. So let's do that. So we say we should enter into our settings.py, and let's close this up. We have this settings.py here, and what we want to do here, inside this, locate the template. This is the template, and we have the file inside this directory. This one sample directory, and we just have to say base directory like that, and give it a slash. So slash, I'll say templates. We are referring to, I think need something here. Sorry, need something here. Alright, so we say base directory, and slash like this. Then we have the templates. We have the template. So now we are referring to the template that we created. we're saying the base directory, that is this directory, this base directory where my app is, the base directory, and we are referring to templates. So when Django enter this when it enter this base directory, which is my app, we will look for templates. This name, you look for templates, which is this one, and anything inside it, anything we call inside this will be rendered. If we call if we have a hello.index and we call hello.index in our file, hello.index will be rendered here. If you have index.html, index.html will also be rendered here as well. So that's how that. And the next thing we want to do, lest we forget, we have to install apps. We have to install the apps, and the name of our app is my app. The name of our app is my app. You just have to say something like this and say my app. Play comments, and this as a line. Now we are good to go. We are good to go now. Now we have to create a view to render the HTML. We have to create a view to render the HTML. So inside our views.py, we have to create a method that render this HTML.html. I mean index.html. Sorry, that render this index.html, and the name of the method will be index. Passing the request. Just copy this. Inside we have the views here. We have the views here. Just want to say the name of the method, and we of course we are passing the request with that. What we actually do here is we create views here. We create our views here, and the name of our view is index, and we return a HTML. We return the HTML file. In the last video we return a HTTP response. We return a HTTP response where we have to write manually. We have to write the message here manually, like the hello world, something like that. But in the case where we have large of things to upload, we have a lot of things like the style, the lot of components. We don't have to, so that's why we are rendering HTML file here. And that's the next thing we want to do is we have to map the views. We have to map the views to the URL. We have to map the views to a URLs, and to do that we just have to go to our urls.py. We don't have one, so we have to create it. And what we'll be doing there is paths. Create a path. Let me just copy this, and we have my app inside of this. To be sure we are in the right directory, create urls.py, and inside of this space this. Now what we did here was we import the views. This is our views right here. Before we can do anything, we have to import the views, because we'll be using a method here. We're using this view, so we have to import it. And it says from import, from dash we import views, and we create a path. We can leave it as blank as it is, like that. So that will be the home page. If we have another page, we can say slash something slash home or slash about, but we just want it to be as our home page, and we say views.index. That is this views. Where the view, this views.index, we are referring to this index. This index that is inside the views file, we are referring to that. And we say name. We name our our file our HTML file, we name it, we can, this one, we can just name it anything. Instead of index, we can name it can name it home, we can name it anything like that. So now we, after creating a URLs, we have to, we have to we have to include this in the main URL. We have to include this in main URLs. Let's do that. We have the to get access to the main URL, we have to go into our HTML render like this and locate the URLs like this, and we have it here. But before we can do that, we have to include here like this, and we just have to say part like this, give it this blank artist is dot sorry this, and say include. What are we including? We are including my app, and inside my app, inside this my app, we have the URLs that we created. Just have to say my app.urls, my app.urls like that, and at the end, let's give it something like this. Now we are all set up. The next thing we want to do is to run the server. So to do that, we have a cmd here, and HTML render. Okay. So we'll be running the server. I can just say py manage.py run server or module not found, module name my app not found. Let's check it. Module not found. Where? Line dot module. Module name my app not found. No module name my app. Oh, I wasting of our time. Let me just. Alright, sorry for the. So I think I just checked, and it's saying module font error, no module name in my app. So I enter into the settings.py, the installed app. I think there is a mistake in the name. I'm trying to register the name of our app. I think I made a mistake there. So let's check it again. Now the server is running, so as not to make the same mistake, just make sure you are rendering the correct module, the correct name. My apps, this is it. Make sure they are correct with this one, this and this. Make sure they are correct. Now let's test our app. It's running on localhost 8000, and we have it. My first page, hello world. Now we have the next thing here. It's a optional part. We can also pass a simple message. You can also pass a simple message to the let's pass a simple message or variable to the page, and to do that we just have to create a context and give it a name, hello, give it a message, and we pass the context here, Then inside our HTML we paste the message there. So now let's do that. Okay, so inside our view, let's create a contest. Create a contest right there, and we say message. The message will be hello, leave it as hello world, and we can also say name. We can also say something like say something like name. Say something like name. Tomorrow. All right, and we just leave it as it is now. So you just have to pass those contests. You have to pass the contest. Say contest. You have to pass the contest, and let's see if our server is okay. It's working perfect. So now let's go to let's go to HTML template. This is a template. Let's see. All right, just have to pass those messages. Now we have name and message. Hello world. It's good. Yeah, it's good to be here, and we can leave this one as message. Message. Something like this. Inside it we say message, and for this one you say my name is name, like that. Let's see our server is working. Okay, so let's reload the page. Okay, we have the hello world, it's good to be here, and we have my name is Atimayawa, which we inserted in our. Now everything is working perfectly. All right, thank you for watching the video. By the time you'll be watching this video, you can drop a comment, and then drop a comment. All right, without further ado, thank you for watching the video.